Hello and welcome to Coimbatore. The Curry Motor Speedway is where we are, and it's day 2 of round 2 of the 25th edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. The sun has been playing hide and seek this morning. There have been a slight hint of rain. Temperatures at the moment around 29 degrees, but I can tell you one thing, having come to Coimbatore over a long period of time, the fact that the weather can change like it's the weather in England. It can be cloudy 1 minute, it could be raining the next, and in 10 minutes later you could have the sun shining bright. It was shining bright this morning when we arrived at the racetrack, but suddenly it's cloudy. There's just the odd droplets of rain that are coming down as well. We're hoping rain stays away and we can see some great racing action today on day 2. Remember, we've got 7 races lined up for the day. Couple of races across categories, whether it's the JK Tyre Presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup or the JK Tyre Novice Cup or the Formula LGB4. There is also that endurance race thrown in, an hour-long racing action that we're expecting, provided rain stays away. But I'm going to turn around here and tell you what's coming up first on day 2 of round 2, and what it is the JK Tyre Presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup race. It's going to be a 10-lap race, and on pole position starting this race is the man who is actually leading the riders' standings in the pro category, Anish Damodar Shetty. Anish, good to be back at a familiar position.
Yeah, it feels to be good. It's really good to be back here.
Just quickly talk us through the fact that there is that overhead hanging threat of rain. So how would you like to approach the race?
I mean, like, we need to be very cautious because it might rain in one part of the track and not the other. So you need to be really cautious and make sure that you keep looking at the post for any signals or any updates. So let's see.
Let's see. Go well.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Anish Shetty for you. We've got Navneet, who's done exceedingly well over the last round as well, including yesterday, where he had a strong finish to finish second. Navneet, the driver's standings as well, the rider's standings as well. You've got an eye out on Anish with his standings too.
Yeah, yesterday we had rain to stop us, but today there is no one to stop us, so we'll go for it.
Go well. The bike engines have been turned on, so you know racing action is just going to commence very, very soon. As you can see, the 3 minutes board has been brought out as well. There's one more biker I'd like to highlight, and he is in the amateur class. His name is Surya. He is leading the amateurs bikers category with 48 points, well and truly ahead of the rest of the pack. So much so that he's matched timings with some of the best pro bikers in this field. It's a mixed grid. It's promised some great action so far, and I'm sure that's the way it's going to be in this race as well. It's over to Solomon and Kartikeya, who are in the commentary box.
Thank you, Raman. Good morning and a very warm welcome to the live coverage of the 25th edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship, day 2 of round 2, and we are ready for an action-packed Super Sunday from the Curry Motor Speedway. 7 races lined up for the day, and we'll start off with the JK Tyre Presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. 10 laps, and that's how the bikers have lined up on the grid. Anish Shetty starts at P1, Navneet Kumar at P2, then you got Surya PM at P3, Alvin Xavier at P4, Joseph Matthew at P5, Mika Viduraj at P6, Ullas Nanda at P7, Sudhir Sudhakar at P8, Pradeep at P9, Ashish Patel at P10, we got Siddharth Reddy at P11, Anfal Akhdar at P12, Bharat Balan at P13, Rajkumar at P14, Mihir Sakpal at P15. Then you got Ajay Xavier at P16, Rohan at P17, Sriram starting at P18, Naresh Kavaname at P19 as the bikers go off for the formation lap, Varun Patil at P20, then you got Lani Zena Fernandez at P21, Uday Prakash at P22, Shashadri at P23, Revadhar from Jammu at P24, and Varun Gowda starting at the back of the grid at P25. So packed grid, all 25 riders on the grid. Remember, 10 pros and 15 amateurs make this starting grid of the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Anish Shetty has been the dominant force in the pro category, while Surya PM has been miles ahead of everyone else in the amateur category. These are the names we will have to keep an eye out for, including the likes of Navneet Kumar, Mika Viduraj, Sudhir Sudhakar, Alvin Xavier, Joseph Matthews as well. And for the amateur, obviously you have Surya PM, and along with him we will have Pradeep and Ashish Patel also to keep an eye out for. I'm Karthik Sinha. Joining me in the commentary box once again this morning is Solomon. Solomon, very good morning. Looking forward to an action-packed day.
Good morning, Karthik. This is one of those moments where we always have anticipation of what's going to happen next. Just to quickly run through what exactly is happening as far as the championship table is concerned. You were mentioning about Anish Shetty has already pulled off a 10-point lead on his nearest rival, Navneet Kumar, in the pro category. Ulas Nanda is on 18 on third. So quickly, Anish Shetty 13, Navneet Kumar on 20, Ulas Nanda on 18. Alvin Xavier having a very close end fight at number 7 with 17 points at number 4. Quickly running through as far as the provisional category for the amateurs. The Surya PM has got 48 points, so he's your man who's going to be loving to seal this off this weekend itself. Varun Goda, competent he is on 25 on second. Raj Kumar, he is on piece. He is with 17 points on 3. Naresh Kanmane jointly at number 4, 3 and 4 respectively. So without further ado, as we always say, lights. Well, our eyes on the lights.
Absolutely, and Varun, who's in second as far as the amateurs category is concerned, he will want to move quickly ahead of the grade. He's starting at the back. Let's see what happens. 5 lights. The moment the lights go off, the riders will go off, and off they go. It's a very good start there for Anish Damodar Shetty. A decent start as well for the likes of Mika Viduraj. You're going to see Surya PM on the extreme left, taking the outside line, and he's straight away taken the lead. Surya starting from P3, he's now the race leader very quickly.
Well, I really like the way that he really came onto the outside and then maximized his exit into that corner, and now he's into the lead. Can he really take the challenge to Anish Shetty? I think one thing we have to look around for is compound number 5, Navneet Kumar. Learned yesterday, there's been well, one of them is gone. It's Anish Shetty. Anish Shetty has just had a crash. He looks back to see if there was anybody else. So then a lot of comic changes, lot of comic turns are happening out here. In no time, he was almost adding a little bit of pressure. I think he just come up on his own.
That's a big blow to Anish as far as the start of the race is concerned. That's what happened. A little fumble, a little tumble, and then off he goes. The bike goes sliding out of the racetrack, and as you said, very quickly looks around as well to see if there was anyone else also involved in that.
I was very impressed with Anish Shetty. First thing, when he gets up, he looks back. Okay, let's just watch. So then there's a little bit of wobble in the... Oh, it looks like a cut cable. I think it looks like the acceleration just stopped. There was a wobble which he could just control, and then he tried to pull it up with a little bit of throttle again. Dramatic images, but the good thing is he's okay, and he's already trying to join back on the track.
Well, in the meantime, it is Surya who leads, and we have Matthew Joseph as well in the mix of things in the top 3, top 4, along with Mika Viduraj, bike number 7, being challenged by Pradeep C in bike number 12. And in fact, Pradeep now takes the inside line and overtakes Mika Viduraj. Surya PM continues to lead. He's being chased down by Navneet Kumar, although they are from both different categories, the pros and the amateurs. And as far as the overall race is concerned, it is Surya who's now dominating. Pradeep, in fact, has moved up to 3rd from what we can see. Yes, and now coming in on the inside, Alvin Xavier overtakes him very quickly, moves up to 3rd. And there's a problem there. Ow! almost losing his balance there was Joseph Matthew, but luckily he was able to control something that Anish was not able to.
So this race is going to belong to Surya, or are we speaking too soon? I do remember what exactly happened yesterday when we were talking so much about Arya, and then he loses the position. But so, you know, the commentator's curse is a real thing. But compound number 5 taking on compound number 15. What a drive this has been. Slots himself just behind and tries to take the toe. Number 15 doesn't do enough to actually break that toe because he's got the wider line. Will maximize the exit, but number 5 should come ahead. No, it will not. Yes, it is. Nicely done. Nicely done. Took advantage of the toe. Comes out. Comp number 15 will have a chance as they come onto the right-hander. But comp number 5 somehow keeping a very tight line. Doesn't even give a space again. Emerging battle between Alvin Xavier versus Ulas for the fight for the third and the fourth right back. That's comp number 2. Alvin Xavier taking on comp number 8.
Got an interesting start to the race here. We've already had Anish had an incident, and he's, I think, probably the race for him has ended. Seeing those images with the bike sliding away so far away, there's a bit of damage as well to his bike. But Navneet Kumar has taken the race lead. In fact, he's put in the fastest lap as well, the previous lap of 1 minute 18.410 seconds. But Surya PM is someone who will not let him go so easily. He will try and chase him down. That is Surya, bike number 15 on your screen, in second overall, while Navneet continues to lead the race. We have a 10-lap race. This is lap number 3, and got Alvin Xavier also involved. Alvin will certainly look to get a few points. Remember, Alvin Xavier was fourth as far as the Riders' Championship is concerned with 17 points, and he gave Anish a good run for his money in the previous season, the previous edition, did Alvin Xavier.
So then that's the COC, Sunny, along with him being able by the team of stewards and officials on the track, making sure that the weekend comes out to an absolute pristine and precision. Okay, now without further ado, Alvin Xavier clocks in the fastest lap time, 1 minute 17.624. Anish Sethi has retired. Confirmation, Anish Sethi has retired. The championship leader has retired. So this will definitely open up the championship. As we were talking about, it's not over till it's over, till you put that checkered flag down. Well, there's a lot that also happens in the steward's office. We will not get to that again. But then Royal Enfield has really done a lot of work as far as making sure, when we said at the JK Tyre, we want to get the Royal Enfield. Let's go retro. Let's go raw racing, pure format of racing out there. You really need quite a big, strong arms to control these bikes.
That's a beautiful bird's eye view of the Curry Motor Speedway. The drone cameraman doing a fabulous job there, and a fabulous job being done by Navneet Kumar. Remember, Navneet is the second as far as the Drivers' Championship is concerned. The Riders' Championship, he's got 20 points, and a win in this race will take him level on points with Anish, who is on 30. He will remain on 30, as Solomon said. He's retired. In the meantime, it is Alvin Xavier has moved up to second in overall, with Surya PM dropping down to third. So Alvin Xavier himself will be looking to chase down Navneet, because he needs a few valuable points himself. He's on 17. A race win here will take him to 27, and that will mean he's only 3 behind Anish Damodar Shetty, and that's Anish on your screen. Very disappointed going out in lap number 1 itself, as Ulas Nanda makes his move on Surya PM now, and Ulas now moves up to overall third, and Surya drops down to fourth. However, it is Surya who leads the amateurs category. Mika Viduraj also looking to get into the thick of things and get a few important points. It's the top 6 who get awarded points.
Absolutely right. And if you've just joined us, hello and welcome to the 25th JK Tyre FMCA National Racing Championship. We are in Coimbatore for the round 2. The big news is the championship leader Anish Sethi has retired, and he went off in turn number 6 on lap number 1. There you have Anish D. Shetty. Definitely disappointed. It'll be interesting to look back as to what really happened with the bike. Just the acceleration just got off. As comp number 8, Alvin Xavier now knows that this is his best chance to really somehow take the reins into the championship again, and it's really presenting himself.
Well, it is Ulas who's third in bike number 8, Alvin second, and Navneet leading the race. But the gap between Alvin and Navneet is just about half a second, and with about half the race to go, there is still an opportunity for Alvin Xavier to try and chase down Navneet. That is Navneet, your race leader on bike number 5, looking very comfortable. But Alvin Xavier is someone we've seen in the previous edition as well, that he's not someone who will let you go on and win the race easily. He will come, he will chase you down, he'll try and chase you down, will Alvin Xavier, and that only makes things interesting in the final 5 to 4 laps remaining in this race. We are in lap number 6, and after that we got another 4 laps remaining. So this will be a very interesting thing. And just want to see if that gap of 0.698 has been increased or yes, it's now closer to a second than a half second. So Navneet is trying to stretch that gap between himself and Onville, try and make things a little more comfortable for himself.
So on the last lap, Navneet clocked in 1 minute 17.802. Alvin Xavier was 3 tenths slower. So hence the gap has now almost come to a second, as we are spot on. We were talking about the synergy between the bike, the machine. It's got to be perfect. When we saw Anish Sethi, it looked as if like the completely throttle got off. When he tried to change the gear and it almost came to a stall and he couldn't just control the wobble. Everything's got to come together. Comp number 8 versus comp number 15. What a fight this has been. But Ulas versus Surya. But the find of the amateurs has been Surya.
Absolutely, and he's done so well in his category, and not just his category. In fact, you know, he's given the pros as well a good run for their money. He's been on the podium a few times as well, not just for the amateur category, but overall as well. If you look at the race finishes, he's finished third overall, second overall. So that tells you that, you know, won't be surprised if next season he jumps from the amateur category onto the pros and then tries and challenges the likes of Anish and Alvin.
So a big credit to Royal Enfield for making sure the bikes have come onto the track, making sure that the exhaust is really lean and mean, and there is a free flow that really comes onto it. Royal Enfield Racing, you can't go more retro.
Absolutely. 3 laps remaining now in this race. This is the business end of the opening race of Sunday. That's the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup with final 3 laps remaining, including this one. Navneet Kumar is slowly and steadily opening up the gap between himself and Alvin Xavier, who's in second. The gap is now over a second. The previous lap it was 0.910 seconds. Now it's 1.184 seconds. So Alvin also, I think, is taking it, not trying to take any risk and making sure he gets on the podium and gets those valuable points to try and close that gap that there is between himself and the race, the championship leader, Anish Sethi.
So here are your top 7 as we have a little over 2 laps to go. Navneet Kumar number 1, Alvin Xavier number 2, Surya PM comp number 15 at 3, Ulas Nanda comp number 8 on number 4, Joseph Matthew comp number 10 on 5, Sudhir Sudhakar comp number 4 on 6, Meka Viduraj comp number 7 on 7. Fastest man on the track is Alvin Xavier with 1 minute 17.624. As you rightly pointed out, he hasn't been able to pull those fastest lap to catch the leader, Navneet Kumar comp number 5.
As we come towards the penultimate lap, lap number 9, and it is Navneet who continues to lead. In fact, now the gap between him and Alvin is over 2.5 seconds. So that tells you how comfortable he is. He's just gliding through the Karimoto Speedway like a hot knife through butter. He's enjoying a very good start to the Sunday morning is Navneet Kumar. Not so much for Anish Sethi, who had to retire after a tumble in the opening lap, but Alvin Xavier, that opens a window for Alvin to try and get a few more points under his belt. And Surya has been, he continues to be as impressive as he has been throughout the entire season so far.
Motorsports is brutal as far as fortune is concerned. You're a race leader, you're a championship leader, you got a title under your belt, and if it doesn't come through, it really, you got to take it on your chin and move ahead. Navneet Kumar says, this is my moment to shine. The commentators, what are we doing in the house?
Every time you say something nice, Solomon, there seems to be a wobble for the bikers.
Oh my God. Well, I do remember one of the team principal coming up to me and saying, do not tell us till the guy has crossed the finish line. Talk to him, talk about it when he crosses the finish line, not before that.
Oh, I can't blame them, can I? It's the second time, third time in fact, you've spoken about someone
I
that almost went down.
I almost got bashed up and I had to ask JK for insurance later. Okay, jokes apart, but Navneet Kumar just gave me a little bit of a tense moment as comp number 2 versus comp number 15 are really taking it to the cliffhanger contest. Comp number 15 looking to make that move on comp number 2. Super stuff on that corner. Did you see him? He didn't even touch the corner with his knees. He was so close there. Comp number 2 is really feeling the pressures. Comp number 15 comes on the outside. As we look at comp number 5, Navneet Kumar almost on the verge of winning this one. I will say almost because I don't want commentators. Comp number 2 coming on the outside. 15 versus 2. They are really taking it on. This is coming to a very good shot for here again.
Absolutely. I think it is Surya who's slightly edged it. And he has overtaken Alvin Xavier. but he is obviously a different category, so that doesn't matter where they end up on the podium, because Surya will be at the top of the podium if they finish the race, that is. In the amateur category, while Alvin will remain second. But Navneet has been very comfortable. In fact, as there's confirmation on the screen that Surya has come up second overall, and it is Navneet Kumar who takes the checkered flag, and he will be now joining Alvin, in fact, Anish Sethi at the top as far as the Drivers' Championship is concerned, with 30 points each. Surya PM will take the checkered flag for the amateurs category, while Alvin Xavier will come in second in the pros, and Ullas Nanda will have to settle for third.
Wow. Camaraderie all around. Comp number 5 really knows that comp number 15 really racer. I think Raman almost asked comp number 15, what are you doing with the amateurs? You are supposed to be racing with the pros. And that's
certainly the way he's performed throughout this season in round 1 as well, and here in round 2 there is a valid question from Raman that what are you doing in the amateurs?
Comment number 5, enjoying the moment, soaking in the moment. Why not? It's unbelievable that he really took on the contest much earlier, put the pressure on. Well, as we say, somebody's loss is somebody's gain. Anish Sethi retired in lap number 1 in turn number 6, and Navneet says thank you very much, I will have the race win here.
So just to confirm your winners, at the moment it is Navneet Kumar who takes the checkered flag, Alvin Xavier comes in second, and Ullas Nanda will take the third place on the podium in the pro category, while as far as the amateurs are concerned, it's Surya PM who once again tops the podium. He'll be followed by Pradeep in second, and Varun Gowda, remember, who started at P25, he's also made the podium, so that's terrific from Varun, who was second in the overall amateurs category with 25 points before this race. Now he will be on 34, although it'll still be very difficult for him to try and catch up with Surya, because he's now moved up to 60. He had 48 points, and with a win he will move up to 60, Surya. So Surya continues to dominate, but a terrific performance from Varun as well. So from starting at P25 to finishing on the podium gets him a few valuable points and moves up to 32 points in the Riders' Championship. Terrific from Varun Gowda. Varun Gowda, remember, the lad from Mysore, who finds himself on the podium, while Pradeep, once again, he came in second in yesterday's race as well, did Pradeep, the Mangalorean, and he will be second again. And Surya, he's made the top of the podium his own.
Let's look at the bike here. I think now Anish Sethi is a very smart street racer. Now he understood very clearly, if I move the bike, I will damage the bike further. Takes it away, just puts it on the grass to make sure that there is no kind of a damage there. Again, that's a smarter way to look around it. You really look at that machine, how beautiful it looks. Bike number 18 on Rohan, who's also had a retirement.
Things not going according to plan for the local lad Rohan from Coimbatore. His race also ended a little early than he would have anticipated. What a race we've had. It has had incidents, it has overtaking maneuvers, certainly a couple of commentators' curse as well coming in from Solomon.
I will say one commentator curse. Me. I. Solomon. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And yeah, that's the way it's gonna be. But then I really like the way they brought this out, the entire contest, to make it Surya PM the man to watch it for. I'm sure the next year he's going to come down to the pros.
Well, it looks like certainly will, as the bikers go through the mandatory weighbridge post the race. So once again, giving you confirmation, it is Navneet Kumar who's taken the top of the podium, followed by Alvin Xavier and Ullas Nanda in the pro category. As far as the amateurs are concerned, Surya PM continues to dominate. He's at the top of the podium there, followed by Pradeep C and Varun Gowda. It's been a race full of incidents. We'll very quickly take you through the highlights. There was Anish, who started at P1, Navneet at P2, Surya once again starting in the front row, and they got off to a very good start. Taking the outside there was Surya. He continued, and on the corner one, he got that lead, putting pressure, early pressure on Anish Shetty, and that's where that incident happened.
So Anish Shetty quickly follows it around, and that is one of the time it looks to me it looks like almost the throttle gave up, and that was the time he decided to change a gear and the wobble kicked in. It just happened in that fraction of a millisecond. Those little things. He's good. He's fine. And the bike is also back in the Victory Garage. And then the contest started where Navneet got into the mix.
And I think it was very, very clever as well from Anish that once he knew that he was off the bike, he continued to roll and get out of the track and get out of harm's way and make sure that the race is not stopped or the safety car is not deployed. And by this time, it was Navneet who'd taken the race lead, and from there on, he just continued to dominate. Surya had a good tussle going on with Alvin Xavier. Alvin Xavier as well, was in the mix of things as far as the Bikers Championship was concerned, and with Anish retiring early, it was a big opportunity for Alvin Xavier to get a few valuable points, and also for Navneet Kumar from Pondicherry to try and close the gap. In fact, he not only did he close the gap, he got full points and went on to match and be level with Anish Shetty as far as the Bikers Championship is concerned. He was very consistent, apart from that one wobble that
Happened because of Solomon.
no, I'm not going to say that. I will never say that, but yeah, well, what happened.
What happened? Well, comment number 2 and comment number 15. Look at the lines that he was able to pull that little pressure there. Comment number 15 on comment number 2. Alvin Xavier really felt the pressure there. The fastest man on the track is Alvin Xavier. Comment number 2 on your screen. And this was a very good contest. He says, thank you very much. You move on the outside. I will take that more tighter line. Maximizes his exit there. 15 versus 2 almost have a drag race to that back end between turn 13 and turn 14. But here is the man of the moment. Navneet Kumar had the 4th fastest lap time, but consistently when he finished the race, he was over a second and on top of his bike to celebrate that moment.
They've come from the future to change the way we drive.
JK Smart Tyre, buddy.
JK Smart Tyre, the tyre with a brain. The future of driving is here. JK Smart Tyre.
Live images once again from the Kari Motor Speedway. What a start to the day. We've had the final day of round 2 of the 25th edition of the JK Tyre FMSCI National Racing Championship. We started the day with the JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, and it was Navneet Kumar. As you can see, bike number 5 right in the middle, taking the top of the podium. Alvin Xavier settling in for second. And Ullas Nanda, the lad from Bangalore, coming in third in the pro category. And with regards to the amateurs, once again it was Surya PM winning the race, followed by Pradeep C and Varun Gowda. Time for the prize distribution ceremony. Starting off with the amateurs.
And now the man of the
Pradeep
hour.
C on your screen.
Takes the win for the second
Surya
race
PM,
of the Royal Enfield.
your race winner once
GT
again.
Cup.
He's made it a very good habit of finding the top spot on the podium.
A big round of
Varun
applause
Gowda
and,
there.
a big shout out.
Remember, started at P25.
Hands together
To
for
go
our
on and
winners.
get onto the podium is a commendable effort from him. Pradeep C, and now your race winner, Surya PM.
Up next, professional category in the Royal Enfield.
All
Continental
smiles,
GT
and why not? Once again, number one on the podium. Up next will be the prize distribution ceremony for the pro category.
Our winners. All right, calling out the second runner-up.
Joining us on the stage, Ullas Nanda, who came in third.
A fantastic race from him.
Finds himself on the podium for the first time this
Fantastic
weekend.
ride from Alwyn.
Alvin Xavier, once again finishing second. He's walking a little gingerly there.
Now the man of the hour.
He's all smiles.
A fantastic race from him to take the win. In the
Navneet,
pro
your race
category
winner,
of the Royal
will
Enfield
take the
Continental
top
GT
spot
Cup
on the
Race
podium.
2. Come on, guys. They get their trophies. Let's give them a big
Ullas Nanda with the second
applause.
runs-up trophy. Alvin Xavier coming first runner-up and a few valuable points as far as the Riders' Championship is concerned. And the race winner, Navneet Kumar, with 10 points,
Thank you, winners.
is now
Congratulations
joint
to
top
the three of you.
with Anish Shetty in the Riders' Championship.
For joining us for the prize distribution of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup Race 2. We'll see you.
Well, very quickly we'll go across to Raman, who is with the race winners now at the prize distribution area.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Check. Well, I have a quick chat with the podium finishers for the pro category, and congratulations, Navneet, for a win. Another one for you, and back-to-back podiums. It's going well. It's turning out to be a good weekend.
Yeah, feeling great about it. So I was calm throughout the race. From lap 1 till lap 10, I was calm, breathing in and out. So I was feeling the bike. It worked out really well.
Now with the win, you actually on level points with Anish Shetty. 30 points for him, 30 for you. It's everything to race for.
We don't want to see about the points because it's a race. Nobody knows what will happen. So we'll focus on race, enjoy the race. We'll see how the results come up.
That's an interesting thing to say. I saw your bike wobble once in the middle of the race. What exactly happened there?
The tire, like we've been practicing for many days continuously.
Right.
So there's a grip loss. Like it's a very slight grip loss, but it is manageable. I was pushing like hell because I want to win. I want to win. That's what.
That's the only thing that happened. But you
I
kept
was racing. That's why.
you kept the control. That's the good part. Congratulations on the race win. Let's have a quick chat with Alvin Xavier. He's Actually, if I could actually show you this, it's difficult to tell you. But he's standing on one leg, he's limping on the other. What's the problem? You got cramps or injury, or what happened there?
Yeah, actually after I was pushing like Navneet did. So after fourth or fifth lap, I guess I was starting feeling my cramp. I had a cramps on my left leg, so I couldn't shift up the gears or can't shift the gears. So I was struggling a lot. So my pace dropped, but I was still fighting. I just want to finish this race, achieve the checkered flag, and somehow I managed to finish in second place. So
Well, get some rehydration, get back into shape. You got another race in the afternoon.
yeah, I have to go to ambulance and hospital and get some rehydration, and they told some bandage around it. So yeah.
So it does sound serious, but I hope you stay fit and are ready for the next race. Cheers. Ullas, let's have a quick chat with you. You finished second runners-up, overall third in this race. Just talk us through how it went.
First of all, Sri Chamuneshwari Kripa, podium. So this weekend did not go accordingly. I tried different setup from the start, from the practice. I wanted to do 18s, higher mid 18s. I couldn't do. I was riding alone. I couldn't get the switch frame. And I made a couple of mistakes, even in qualifying. Yesterday, I did again a mistake. I thought there'll be a 2-3 corners wet. So I changed the settings. So it didn't work. So the goal is like to push in 5 laps. After 5 laps, I cannot ride because I'm suffering with the hand pump.
So no problems. You've actually managed a podium finish. I know you're a little disappointed with that, but there's another race to come. So do go well for that, Ullas. All the best to you for that. Let's have a very quick chat with our podium finishers for the amateur class. And I'll request Surya and Varun to step forward. Please, Surya, come. Let's have a quick chat with you. And Pradeep's also joining in. Surya notched up a race win in the amateur category. He's got 60 points under his belt. He's notching up win after win after win. Another race win, and later in the afternoon, and you'll seal up the championship with a round to go.
Yeah, so I feel very happy with the race, and I was pretty much settling up with the top guys, and I just had so much fun because my plan was to not disturb them, and that was my plan, and I just stayed with them and just enjoyed the race. That's it.
Well, I've said this before in the first round itself. I'll say it again. You're racing with the amateurs, you should be with the pros. You're matching and bettering their lap times as well. Go well for the next race.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's Surya for you.
And, yeah, thanks to my wife for supporting me. Love you.
Well, I love the way he's remembered his more important and better half in that moment of triumph. Let's have a quick chat with Pradeep. Good result for you, Pradeep. Second place finish. Just talk us through the race.
Yeah, I had a clean start this time compared to my race one. So I was in the front bunch for a few laps, and then I saw the gap building up in the front, and my tire was also didn't have much traction as I compared. So I took it easy, and in my category I was second. So I wanted to play a safe game, and I did not lose any position. I started where and I finished there. So it is a good thing for me.
Well done, Pradeep. Go well for the next race as well. Cheers. Let's have a quick chat with Varun. Now, he had a spectacular run in the race. Started, I think, on P22. P25, and then moved his way up to finish third in the amateur class. Well done.
That was absolutely wonderful race. Probably I might have to say that was the best race of my career. So yesterday in race 1 I had a small incident where I had crashed in lap 1, turn 1, so which put me back to the last grid. So I have no words. I just enjoyed. I just wanted to stick to the front bunch. I just moved everyone. So
one by one.
Yeah,
just kept reeling them in.
Yeah. This win was very necessary for me for my championship, as I'm standing second.
Correct.
So this is a valuable point for me to keep forwarding. Looking forward to have a great race.
Go well for the next one.
Thanks so much. And again this trophy I want to dedicate it to my special one again. Okay. Thank you so much for always being there, and my parents and my friends. Thank you.
Go well. Go well. That's a quick chat with our podium finishers. We've got another race coming up in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Right, so we've had the first race of the day. The JK Tyre presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. Up next is the JK Tyre Novice Cup. 10 laps in that race. This is the second race of the day.